Hello, I'm Michael Gannon, editor of My Trade TV, and I'm with Vinod Gopal, the managing director of Everglade. Now, today we've been seeing the one-day conference. How do you think it's gone?
I think it's very successful, considering the time we are. Number of companies are so busy. It was really hard work for us to actually get the commitment, but the turnout we have, we are really overwhelmed. Really, so excited that so many number of people managed to turn up.
And these are all your installer customers, of course.
That's right. Yeah, they are our installer customers. Some of them are potential customers. Some of them completely new, I haven't met. So yeah, really exciting. Good mixture of customers, really.
And how far did they travel, say?
From Norfolk on this side to Brighton, so good distance.
I was interested in the speakers because it seemed to be much broader than I anticipated, because you had, for example, issues like social media and how that can work for your installer customers, and even on health and safety. Is that the way you look upon things, this sort of broad-brushed approach?
Yeah, this is deliberate. We like to see that our customers gain from every angle, and if we can provide them with expertise in different areas of running their businesses. And I think that's more important to us than just focusing on the product itself. So this is generally the composition of our one-day sort of seminars, that we have here. And
so in other words, that for a trade fabricator, it's not just a question of selling products.
No, it's how else we can help them as a company. Our ethos is, to be able to support them in every different ways to actually be successful in their own businesses, rather than just selling them a type of a product and ask them to sort of go and just do that. So we just want to be able to give them more than just giving them a good product.
And from the feedback you've got so far, what's the general feeling that you've had from your customers on this day's event?
So far, I think everybody was, again, as always, very pleased that they turned up, and everybody gained something from some of the seminars, some of the presentations we had. So, things like health and safety, as Sarah suggested, is always boring to a lot of people, but there are always one or two elements of it which they can go back and apply to their businesses, and things like documentation are made available for the FENSA, which is quite a common reason why companies fail to actually meet with the FENSA standards with the installation. These simple things like this are very useful, and the customers really benefit from this.
One fact that surprised me rather, because it was mentioned by Andy Ball of Ball's Marketing, that the more companies fail coming out of a recession than actually in it. Is that something that you found yourself?
Yeah, it's true. You see, what happens is when companies take on extra business, they haven't always planned for the resources, whether they are financial or manpower, and when the extra business come their way, all of a sudden they need to fund the extra business. They need to find professionals to carry out the extra business. And if one company is busy, the statistics that everybody tends to be busy. So people are rare to find, trained people are rare to find. They can't find enough suppliers to supply them in good time. The prices of raw material go up. All these things put together sometimes has a big squeeze on the profits. And if companies haven't planned for this, then it can have a negative effect on
and presumably, as a fabricator, it's very important for you to keep your focus on them, to be able to back them up if they are experiencing this kind of problem.
Well, that's right. This is the whole idea. If our customers are successful, and if our customers can avoid this and foresee this kind of problems, and they're prepared for it, then it's all the better for us. We have more successful companies, and we don't have the negative effect in return.
And again, this kind of event, this conference, would highlight those kind of difficulties that you can talk to your customers about.
That's right. That's the whole idea. You know, this it gives us. This is a platform to communicate all different types of subjects. You know, important key issues that the companies face. You know, during different times of the year, during different times of the economic cycle we go through. So we try and focus on subjects that will help them.
And it's early days yet, but have you got anything planned for the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next?
We try to, because it's always difficult to get everybody's commitment to attend here, and as we discussed, they all come from miles away, and they have to give up their businesses. A lot of our customers are hands-on business, so we don't really want to have too many of these every year. And I think the good value is if you can have one of these a year, the customers will find it is not too much of a burden for them to actually leave the business. So we'll see what brings in the next year, what the hot topic is, and I'm sure we'll have the right information and subjects to actually talk about for the next year.
Thank you.
Thanks.